Thank you all for being here, members of the Comprehensive Exam Committee. I'm pleased to present you with my dissertation research. The title of my dissertation is Leading Ethical AI, Examining the Impact of Transformational and Authentic Leadership on Product Managers' Ethical Decision-Making. The goal of this presentation is that you will learn the importance of my dissertation topic for leadership research and practice, understand how the research question was developed, receive a brief explanation of my research methodology, and understand why this issue is personally important to me. As AI technologies rapidly evolve, organizations and society have expressed concerns about ethical risks such as bias, privacy, transparency, and accountability. Product managers, positioned at the intersection of business strategy, technology, and user needs, play a pivotal role in shaping ethical practices within AI development teams. Despite growing recognition of the importance of responsible AI, much of the existing research has focused on broad governance frameworks and technical solutions, with limited attention to the leadership practices of frontline product teams. As sensitive domains with high ethical stakes like healthcare and education increasingly integrate AI product development, scholars must explore the crucial role of product manager leadership in navigating these ethical challenges in AI. Why are product managers important? Because they are responsible for setting product goals, prioritizing features, and coordinating cross-functional teams, including engineers, data scientists, designers, and legal experts. Their decisions directly shape how AI systems are designed, implemented, and deployed. Despite emerging regulatory frameworks like the European Union's Artificial Intelligence Act, which classifies AI systems based on risk levels, product managers still face significant ethical leadership challenges during AI development. The implementation of the AI Act varies widely across companies, leading to inconsistencies in compliance and ethical oversight. Product managers are often tasked with navigating this ambiguity while making high-impact decisions. For example, transparency requirements compel PMs to integrate explainability features into AI products from the earlier design stages, ensuring that system decisions can be understood and trusted by users. Similarly, fairness considerations demand that PMs ensure diverse, representative datasets are used to reduce bias and prevent hallucinations in generative AI outputs. These responsibilities highlight the critical need for strong ethical leadership among product managers to guide AI development in socially responsible and legally compliant directions. Leadership can make a difference in multicultural and complex contexts. I look forward to exploring how ethical behavior is influenced by leadership, but there are various leadership approaches that product managers can apply. However, two stand out: transformational leadership theory and authentic leadership theory, which will be the framework that will guide my research. There are various reasons why using this approach. In this case, in the context of AI, where ethical dilemmas like algorithmic bias or opaque decision-making are constantly evolving and requires leaders to have forward-thinking mindsets. Transformational PMs serve as role models who elevate moral standards and instill a culture where ethical considerations are integral to innovation. By promoting long-term thinking and moral responsibility, they help guide product teams to develop AI systems that benefit diverse users and avoid reinforcing inequalities. Why authentic leadership? In an industry often challenged by the black box nature of AI models and the opaque decision-making processes, my assumption is that currently authentic PMs encourage open dialogue, stakeholder engagement, and clear communication about AI capabilities and limitations. This brings me to my study's significance for leadership practice and research. First, this study can expand the body of knowledge in ethical leadership by examining how well transformational and authentic leadership theories apply in the AI industry context. Second, the findings could guide AI industry PMs in extending beyond their traditional technical frameworks to implement people-centered practices. Third, this study may better prepare AI PMs to navigate the complexities of their rapidly changing industry. And last, the research could contribute empirical evidence to the literature on responsible AI leadership. Regarding the research methodology, I will be using an explanatory sequential mixed method. John Creswell stated, "Mixed methods resided in the idea that all methods have bias and weaknesses, and the collection of both quantitative and qualitative data neutralized the weaknesses of each form of data." The study begins with a broad survey in order to generalize results to a population, and then, in a second phase, focuses on qualitative, open-ended interviews to collect detailed views from participants to help explain the initial quantitative survey. For this study, measuring the level of transformational and authentic leadership characteristics of these product managers will help determine how such leadership traits influence their ethical decision-making and behavior during the AI product development process. By combining qualitative interviews with quantitative survey measures of leadership style, this mixed methods study aims to capture both the experiences of product managers and the measurable leadership factors that shape their ethical actions across diverse organization settings. To measure transformational leadership, I will use the multi-factor leadership questionnaire, developed by Bass and Avalio and refined over the past 25 years. To measure authentic leadership, I will use the Authentic Leadership Questionnaire, developed by Avalio, which evaluates components such as self-awareness, relational transparency, balanced processing, and internalized moral perspective. The participants in my study will be at least 20 product managers currently working in the AI industry. This sample size will allow for regression analysis to examine the extent to which transformational and authentic leadership traits predict ethical behavior in AI product development. Quantitative data will be collected via an online survey platform. For the qualitative portion of the study, semi-structured interviews will be conducted using Zoom. Communication with participants will include informed consent forms, demographic questionnaires, and interview protocols designed to explore their self-perceived leadership styles and their lived experiences with ethical challenges during the development of AI products. By comparing findings from the quantitative data with the themes identified in the interviews, this mixed methods approach will help uncover both alignment and divergence between measured leadership traits and real-world ethical decision-making. Last, why am I doing this study? Why is it significant to me personally? In my AI startup role, I've repeatedly seen algorithmic bias, opacity, and data privacy issues emerge as byproducts of innovation. I often face the conflict between moving fast and moving ethically. For example, I've found colleagues in careful data labeling to prevent introducing hidden biases. These moments become deeply personal when a model unfairness reaches production or design decision compromises user privacy. Together, they have impressed on me that leadership grounded in ethics is not a luxury, but a necessity. It is this gap between values and velocity that motivates me to study how leaders can embed ethics into AI product development. Over time, I realized that ethical leadership in our startup was inseparable from authentic and transformational and ethical leadership. Being transparent, self-aware, and consistent builds trust as we wrestle with moral decisions, while transformational leadership, inspiring bold vision and agility, help us innovate responsibly under pressure. This realization echoed Rich, showing that ethical, authentic, and transformational qualities each contribute to a leader's effectiveness. Looking forward, my goal is to translate these insights into guidance for future product managers facing uncertainty, market pressure, and breakneck innovation. I want this study to serve as a roadmap for others to build AI solutions, not only technically groundbreaking, but also ethically sound and socially responsible, equipping tomorrow's product managers with the courage and values to ensure AI serves socially positively.